You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your ¡1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Ian Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AFTERBUZZ TV for Revenge. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest revenge news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AFTERBUZZ TV for Revenge.
Woo! We're back after two extremely long weeks.
Way too long.
Extremely long.
I missed you guys.
It was sad.
For real.
I honestly hate when we're off the air for even a week because I really love this show and it kills me to have to wait an extra week or two or three or four.
I thought it was one.
To see another episode.
Yeah,
it was 2 weeks off of Revenge. Now we're back. I hope they don't do this to us again anytime soon. But anyways, let's introduce ourselves. Why don't you? Episode 14 for Perception.
Before even that, I do want to throw it. I want to say thank you to the fans because despite not having an actual show, you guys have been downloading us and got us up on the top 10 of iTunes for AFTERBUZZ TV. So very cool.
Yay!
And I've also been getting a lot of fan
awesome.
mail. I mean, all of us really. And they want us to do. There's still 4 episodes we haven't recapped, so we'll get to those. Remember, because we started with episode 10, and then I went back and tried to do the impossible mission of doing those 9 episodes. I think I got to 6, so there's 4 more that we have to do.
So for all you AfterBuzzers out there, what Phil's saying is pretty much like you downloading and making us number 10 on iTunes is kind of like an Oscar nomination.
we're one of the 10.
We're one of the 10. We're not 10.
Well, when we get to number 1, that means we won the Oscar.
I think we're at 2.
Yeah. Okay. So help us get
we
there.
were number 1 at one point. Though.
We were.
We'll be back.
Number
We'll
1
be
and
back.
number 2 we've had.
We'll be back.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So bring us back up, please. Thank you. But anyway, so let's introduce everybody who's on the show. I'm Gabrielle Loren tonight.
Katherine Tulich.
Tonight I'm Kimlai Yingling.
But not tomorrow.
I'm Dorinda Barker.
And I'm Steve Wilson.
Hi.
We have a newbie in the room.
Yeah,
Steve
excited to
Wilson.
be here.
Yay.
Let's do a male perspective in tonight.
Yeah, we need it. Phil's not man enough for this show. He's going to hate me. Well, Steve, you love, no comments, right? You love Revenge, right? You were saying that you watch it all the time.
Oh,
You've been following everything.
Obsessed since day one, yeah.
Yeah. Who's your favorite character on the show?
I love Emily.
Ooh.
Emily.
Yes, I want to, I think it's unique the way they've come up with this whole story, and I just want to see if she's going to follow it all the way through. And also, I kind of like that she's so bad but so good at the same time, and just have to love her.
Yes, that's something we all have struggling issues with. But speaking of Emily, she is the voice and narration of each episode, clearly. This is all about her and her plot for revenge. But we always notice the little quotes and sayings she has in the beginning of the episode and the end of the episode and in the middle of the episode. And it's really interesting, and you can relate it obviously back to the episode title. But a few I wanted to bring up, and we can each talk about what we think about why the writers chose to use those quotes. So the first one, which opened up the show, was perception is blinded by only one thing. And that's something Emily said in the opening. So what do you guys think about that?
Was that it?
I feel like
wait.
Did she finish the sentence?
Wait. Is there
maybe
perception
she
is only blinded by one thing.
Maybe she did, but I think that I don't know. That's all I
don't
wrote.
know.
Unless I couldn't finish it in the commercial.
It's okay.
came up.
Gabby's just paraphrasing.
Oh my goodness! That is so funny.
Maybe it's blinded by reality.
Yeah, maybe I didn't want to go there, and you guys are supposed to tell me what you think.
Perception is blinded by what?
Well,
that's the thing about perception. You see
that's
what
right,
you
it
want
is.
to
You
see.
see what you want to see.
Yeah, I had this
Exactly.
conversation today. with
perception is
somebody.
blinded by fill in the blank. One thing. What is the one thing? What do you guys think?
Now we're doing Jeopardy.
That was awesome.
Well, you guys all had dumbfounded looks. So.
I have tea in my mouth and I almost spit it out when you did that.
You said
I'm
one
gonna
word.
die.
It's like
I was like, wait a
I
second, are we talking
can't
about the show? Real
think
life? I don't
of
know.
one word.
Well, it's
Perception is
no,
blinded
you
by
guys,
Truth.
I said one
truth,
word
reality?
because in the statement she said one thing. One thing equals
Perception
one
is blinded by.
I'm gonna go for the obvious, revenge.
revenge.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I think that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Oh my god, it was a
That
trick
sounds-
question.
That sounds good.
I was never
was a
going to
trick
pop
question.
quizzes.
Well, I think perception can be blinded by many things, clearly, and I think not, and even in the show, more than just revenge, perception can be blinded by many things. Love, hello, Daniel and Emily.
Yes, how
Right?
you see your own self and how people see
Yes.
you, which actually came up tonight with perception. That was even spoken about.
Whether you know all the facts. I mean, I think
Yeah.
Jack is kind of suffering from the fact that he doesn't really know everything. So his perception is kind of coloured by what he knows.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
Very
Yes.
much
See,
so.
now I like where this is going. We're
Yeah,
right?
thinking.
Yes.
Finally. What do you think, Steve?
I think a lot of I think Emily's perception, going back to the revenge concept, was kind of thrown off tonight. Kind of the way she was gonna have that plan to get to Charlotte, and she kind of took it back, but it all kind of happened anyways. I think there's that perception of, you know, there's that good inside of her, but she still has this master plan that she wants to see through.
Right. And it was kind of crazy to me how she still wasn't happy when Charlotte found out the truth because she wanted it done her way. It was like not okay for her.
But I thought she was
know?
kind of relenting on the idea that she wanted Charlotte to find out at this point because she saw that moment with, you know, Conrad.
She
and
did.
And I thought it was like, maybe it's not the right time to tell her. That was kind of, wasn't that the reason she sort of took the DVD
Yeah,
back?
I
I think so
Yeah.
too.
She wasn't.
Yeah.
She didn't want her to find out because she
Yes.
felt bad for her.
She felt
had
bad
that
for
whole
her.
thing. But then in the
It
end,
is her
worked
half
out for
sister,
her.
you know?
Absolutely. I mean, she just sat back
Yeah.
and watched it. It's like she didn't even have to do anything.
Yeah.
Everything started unfolding all on its
Right.
own.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm kind of in disagreement with the whole. I thought she, for a split second, was feeling bad for Charlotte. Oh, maybe I won't tell her tonight. But then I'm like, okay, but she went right for that DVD after, and I was thinking, all right, no, she wants to get it on with. That's what I was thinking. Like, she just wants to let the cat out of the bag.
But she took the DVD back, so she didn't
well,
want her to
but
see
the thing
it.
is, you
Right.
don't know if they
Yeah.
would have even used it because, okay, Victoria picks up the package. Is she going to play the DVD for everybody? I
Wait.
think Emily.
No.
Oh,
Emily put it
wow.
back in her
Emily-
bag.
and
Yeah,
it
Emily
dropped to
took
the
it.
floor
I think
as
Emily
Victoria came over
might
and
have
she
needed
picked
to
it.
use
Yeah.
it.
No, I think Emily actually put it in her bag saying it was
Yeah.
just from a wedding planner, or she
Yes.
tried to
She
dismiss
did.
it.
But
Yeah.
if she did give it to Victoria, why would anybody else see it? Because it's not like Victoria's going to put in a random DVD for everyone to watch.
No, she didn't give it to Victoria.
No, I know, but if she did, I'm saying, because she
But
just
she
left it on the
didn't.
floor. But originally, she left it on the floor, right, by the
for
stairs.
Charlotte, but then she had
Oh, for Charlotte.
Yes.
For Charlotte.
Yeah,
But it's
I'm
not
like,
like
what are you saying?
how is it-
Did you watch it tonight?
Yeah, but how, no, you guys, think about it though. How is
Okay.
it for Charlotte if it's sitting at the bottom of the staircase in the main
It
area?
said on the package for
For
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
It
Well,
said.
I don't know how I got to the bottom of the staircase.
See, I didn't see the
She
package
picked it up
name.
from the door when she walked
Yes.
in.
The housekeeper.
Then it
Housekeeper
went onto
put
the
it there.
table. Oh, the housekeeper.
The
put it onto the
housekeeper
put
put
it
it
there.
onto the table for we're all of you.
No,
Yes.
we saw that, but I didn't read the label. I didn't see what it
Oh,
said.
yes.
The label
It
was
said
there.
Yeah.
to
Addressed to
Charlotte
Did she write it?
from Amanda
I think it was
Clarke.
printed.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
it was
that.
printed out.
I was
Yeah.
probably
Printed out.
looking
Yes.
at my notes or something. Because, we take notes when we watch here at
There's a
AfterBuzz.
lot of notes too.
And then
So you can miss things.
the
from
housekeeper,
that.
it was addressed to her, and then the housekeeper put it on that front center table,
Yes.
and then the
saw
housekeeper
that
moved it to the stairs.
Right. See, I just I was confused about the labeling of it. I thought it was something she was leaving for Victoria.
No, it was for Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
For Victoria to play on her own, but I'm like, she's not going to play it in front of everybody. But that makes sense. I didn't see it
Gotcha.
labeled. Okay.
Clean that up.
Yeah, we did clear it up. And you know what? I'm sure there's people out there like me that also missed that.
There are.
Because they were eating popcorn or something, and we're looking in the bowl instead. But yeah. So another quote.
Okay.
Another quote. Well, I want to touch on something, but I don't know if I should go into it right now. But anyways, all right, we'll do something else. So there was another quote, and I want to bring up not even just what Emily says, but the grandfather, Mr. Grayson's father.
New character in tonight.
New character.
Yes.
Played by William Devane.
Good
from
one.
Knots Landing.
Knots Landing.
Well, he said something.
I could have used the theme song for that one, Phil.
And by the way, you are getting your montage of the old, like, 80s. I'm putting that together. It's coming before the end of the season.
I can't wait.
It was amazing to see him come out. I was like, oh my gosh.
That is so funny. But you guys, so this quote that he said, and I think he was saying this to the younger Grayson, not Daniel, but the middle one, the father of Daniel. He said, "Don't ever let the place you start dictate where you finish."
Oh, he said that to Declan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, did he?
Yeah, because Declan talked about how he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't sure if he was going to pass the test to get to college, and then he said, "I didn't even graduate from high school," and then that's when the quote came in.
So he kind of approves of Declan, whereas the other Graysons don't.
The underdog.
He's kind of the grandpa coming in saying it's fine.
Yeah, which is a shame
where you are from.
Victoria came from nothing.
Yeah.
The dad came from his dad, the hand-me-down from his dad,
Rich.
and then his dad started from nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's so that perception.
It's also weird because I got so many mixed emotions about the grandfather, thinking like, oh, well, this is why Mr. Grayson is so messed up because he was raised poorly.
Started going there too.
Because I'm noticing all the characteristics of how he had like a different personality in different situations. Like the grandfather was nice to the son, and then all of a sudden, when they were alone in the room, David Grayson, right, and the grandfather. In the restaurant, he was just like a different person. Like, you better not do this and you this and that. And he was very bossy and harsh on him. And I was just seeing like that strong male figure in his life. And then when he was speaking with Victoria at the house for the party they were having, he was dancing with her and he was saying just like craziness to her about how like he was with all these girls when he was younger, and he's 80 now and he's still single.
Nothing to show for
like
it.
He had no stability in his family life either. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, clearly that's why they have problems, the Graysons.
Right.
You know, there was just so many things. But then at the same time, then he'd go and say something like that quote to Declan where you're like, oh, but he's encouraging and he's positive outlook, you know.
Well, and encouraging to people that aren't his own kin.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I guess.
Because he's hard on his own son, obviously.
I thought it was interesting when he was talking to his son, and
Yeah.
remember when they were in the stairs? This was towards the end, and then the dad, Conrad, I forgot his name tonight.
Oh, it's Conrad. Yeah.
Had said, well, isn't this what you taught me? And he said, well, in the business, not in the
personal,
family.
Right, yeah.
Which I thought was interesting because he
Yeah, that was
obviously
great.
distinguished, the grandfather distinguishes how you treat family to how you treat business, where his son has blurred the lines. He doesn't know how to distinguish.
Family and business are
Right.
separate. Look at his perception.
And but that's also that is also because Conrad didn't grow up with a normal family, so all he knows is that business side. So the father at the same time can't get mad that his perception is this way because that's how you raised your son. You didn't have a stable home life.
Right.
That's all he knew.
Right.
And then he's like, you know, kind of out there not realizing, well, maybe I did this to him, you know. But that's that. There was another quote, and this time by Emily. And she said, and this was towards the end, people only see what they are prepared to confront.
I like
was
that.
a good one.
That was a good one.
Right?
Facebook tomorrow.
Yeah.
What are you prepared to confront, ladies and gentlemen?
Isn't that interesting, though?
Yeah.
It's like, God, if you really think about it, that is such a powerful quote.
It is, yeah.
Because
It's
you
like- really
really are only
Yeah.
willing to
agree
see
what you wanna see.
you're prepared to see.
I mean, you can see a burning bush. Let's say you see a burning bush, but do you really see it? If you don't want to confront it, some people just walk past it and not really, and just tend to. And then there's other people who will get the water and try to, put it out. That's the word, put it out. But that's, you know what I'm trying to say.
Are there any things you guys can relate to your lives about, like we can give specific examples? about what you are.
How personal are we getting?
That's
I know.
Pandora's box right there.
This is not the revenge show anymore.
This is your
No, you
life.
guys, because it's really interesting because more people can relate to like the storyline if you can pull from like real things. You don't have to be in detail, but if you know, like if you could say, well, in this situation, you know what I mean, something like that. No.
Let's stick to not therapy.
I love
This is not therapy tonight.
Okay, I
How
already
about
did
this?
therapy today.
Did you?
Thank you, Gabby.
The newbie has to say something.
Don't put him on the spot. That's not fair.
I
That's
thought
how.
they're fair for therapy session.
That's how we like.
You are
plug
on the
you
couch.
in.
You know that. You're
Exactly.
on the couch.
Well, then I need to lay back then.
This is what we call a fraternity, where it's a fraternity sorority, and you have to earn your way into our group. I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness.
This
Okay.
is my
Easy on
hazing
you.
tonight.
There's vodka in the fridge if you need some.
Just start looking in the cupboards.
Our systems detect that a host has wandered off the subject. Please return at once.
Okay, let's
That's
go.
funny.
Yeah, we should.
Okay, so
There
the
was
Grayson-
another quote though you guys caught,
Okay.
right? You said that you wrote something down that I didn't. Another quote throughout the.
I had the two.
episode?
You already had.
Oh, I had. Okay, I
I
thought
only had
somebody else
two.
caught
I
the
thought
other
there
one.
was three, but I only wrote down the two.
No. What you had.
That
to
was
say.
it. Okay, well.
Yeah.
Then my next thing that I wanted to go into was the Grayson men and their relationship, which we kind of did touch on, but just like the differences in between how they compare, business life to home life, and how do we think that's going to actually affect Daniel now?
Well, didn't Steve bring up a good point about this was a lot of daddy issues tonight?
Yes.
Which
Yeah,
I think is
daddy
a,
issues across the board.
yeah, I think that was yeah. So,
Yep.
I felt as soon as Grandpa walked in, it just, to me, the episode opened up like everybody in the show has a daddy issue. From Emily with, trying to get revenge from her dad. Charlotte tonight finding out that, her dad's not her father and that relationship there.
Yeah.
Daniel and his, back and forth relationship with his dad.
Victoria not having a dad.
Yeah, Victoria not having
And
a dad.
Yes.
that other girl.
Charlotte not having a dad.
Ashley.
How
Right,
about-
Ashley
and
not
Ashley
having a
brought that
dad.
Right.
Declan brought up. Declan said
his dad is dead.
His dad is dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
And then
Ezra
Charlotte said,
said,
"Well,
"My
my dad is dead too."
And hello,
So-
Ashley doesn't have any family.
Yeah, what is with Ashley's family?
We'll find out.
Remember what
The
Conrad
grifter.
said
I don't
tonight, 'cause
know.
that
The
was
opportunity.
you're too pretty
to be a grifter?
to be a grifter and too smart to be a thief.
Yes.
And he said, "What's your game, young lady?"
yes.
And then called her an opportunist.
I think he was looking at a couple other things too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
I actually thought Ashley wasn't going to get out of there in a hurry.
I think
You know what? Guys, seriously.
I think he wanted to be her daddy.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's another daddy issue.
I thought that was going to go in a different. Oh my god.
Wait, now
do
is
wanna
the
say, I
time to
don't
play
know
the
if I can
host
say it
wandered
here
off the
without having
subject.
to-
Say it. What? Obviously, say it. What are you going to say?
Either daddy didn't love her enough or daddy loved her too much.
Ew.
True.
amazing.
It's true. Come on.
Oh, Daddy Grayson.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go down a different way tonight.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Meanwhile,
Oh, I
though,
think that's coming back.
Well, he was kind of
yeah.
well, he was kind of fishing though because he said you've hooked onto the wrong Grayson, so he kind of saying, "Come here, come over here, baby,
Yeah.
come on,
Oh, I thought it was more like I want to work with you and get information and
no.
be
That's
in the
how-
loop through
That's how
Ashley.
I took it. That he was
Yeah.
trying to just egg her on by
To be
saying
on
this
his
stuff because
side.
he
But I
called
think,
her the little.
but I think he kind of wanted to ask you to go to Team Conrad, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
I think
Oh,
so.
yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's kind of feeling out
But
the
Conrad
situation.
loves the
Yeah.
women. Conrad,
But
he does love the
you
women.
guys,
Yes. Well, Victoria
she's
loves the
looking
men.
for a way in. She's looking for a way in. So this could be her. Remember how she was upset before because she
Literally.
wasn't with
I think this
Daniel?
will come back. I think this
Yes.
is gonna
I think
come
so.
back
I bet you we're gonna see him and her sexy.
Victoria's gonna do something to upset
And
her, and that's gonna
That's
open
it.
that
She's
door.
gonna go to
Yeah,
I
because
think
she's
you're right.
because she's
my
upset because
God.
she's not getting the opportunity really
Yeah.
from Victoria.
Because Victoria's
Oh
gonna
my
do
God.
something.
Yep.
That Victoria's
Which
gonna
she's
do
already done. She's
something.
already
kind of
brushed
yeah,
her
but
off the
she's
bat.
kind
Yeah.
Ashley still thinks now that since they both have no fathers, that there's some kind of
bonded.
a bond. But Victoria's
Crazy
gonna do
perception.
You guys, who's the one that went to jail again? What's his name? Do you remember? The crazy
Tyler.
one.
Tyler.
Tyler.
What if Tyler hooked up with Miss Grayson and Mr. Grayson hooked up with Ashley? I'm sorry. I think that would be the funniest episode ever. I think I would die. That would be. That would be.
I don't see Tyler and Victoria hooking up.
No, not really.
No, they wouldn't. But I'm saying if they did, that would be a true soap
Oh my
opera.
God! What
That
if
would be
Daniel
a true
and
soap
Victoria
opera.
slept together?
No, come on.
No, I'm just kidding. That was gross.
And then had a baby. Ew.
Charlotte would have a sister.
Are they really related?
Daddy, brother.
A sister brother.
Okay, we're so off track.
Yes.
Wow.
You guys, wow.
Getting back
Okay,
to
yes,
track.
take us back, Gabby. Take us
We're
back.
getting some crazy perceptions now.
Talking about characters we do like. Hello, Nolan.
Nolan.
Gabrielle Loren.
Yay, thank you. He retweeted us today, you guys. Oh, it was me. If you're watching, thanks.
Kimlai in the corner.
We know you're single. Oh my gosh, what? No,
No,
I'm just kidding.
honestly, I've grown to love him so much. Like every episode, I like love him even more. And I remember in the beginning, I was like, "Oh, Gabriel, man."
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
Really?
Yeah, like I just
I do.
not that
I
he's a
love
bad
him.
actor. I just didn't like the character. And then, and we've always said it's been growing on us. But I'm
Yes.
telling you now, I'm starting to like be like, "Oh my God, Gabriel's hot, man!" Like Nolan is hot.
I like
because
how
I feel
his
like
character's
I
evolving.
feel like he's evolving as the kind of conscience of the show. in many ways.
Yeah, he's the thinker, and he's
Tonight, he
You
definitely.
need a conscience in the show.
Yeah.
Well,
he
yeah,
is,
and somebody has to do it. You know, you can't keep going through this whole show and nobody has, having like a word to say.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's always the one that I think does, and even like with this situation tonight with Jack, where he was told not to play the tape by Emily, but he ended up playing it.
I don't see what the harm was, really. I mean,
Because it worked
Yeah.
out
It
in her
didn't-
favor again.
I thought it was going to show
think.
a picture like her, and he would be able to recognize that. Oh my God, Amanda's
no,
not
at
Amanda.
10 years
but
old.
it wasn't.
No. 10
It was
years old.
nothing.
No,
You guys, it didn't work out in in
not
her
really.
favor.
No, because it spun that whole thing out of control with Jack coming in, crashing
and now
in at the
he
end.
knows a little more,
much.
and
Yeah.
a little too much,
Yeah.
but not enough. And now is going to be the time where he's going to start asking questions, wanting to know more. He's very in the dark, but he knows a little, and that's enough to keep him trying to.
Well, that makes
Get
someone
involved.
dangerous too.
Yes,
Makes
that's
someone very, very dangerous.
Yeah, and it's going to get in the way of her revenge plot.
because
He's
she's out
gonna
of
get in the
control
way.
now. She's out of control. Things are
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
She's
think
out of
this
control.
episode definitely,
Yeah.
even towards the end, I mean, it's definitely showing how out of control it's getting.
Right. I also found it interesting, though. I mean, I don't know how this will play out. How even though that situation blew up for Victoria, still in the end, it looks like she's going to get as she wants. As the
Exactly.
dad wants Conrad to step down from the company
Yeah.
and Daniel to stand in. And even though I think Daniel and Victoria are torn right now, and they'll probably repair that, that's
I hope.
helping her with her master plan.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly.
And now going back to Nolan, I wanted to ask you guys, do you think Nolan's scared that Emily is going to turn against him since she's lost sight of her morals, quote unquote?
I want to say no, because I really do believe that she thinks that he's on her side. And
Yeah.
like they're
And
together
I think
in this,
she-
and she needs
She
somebody.
she really needs him. She also needs his skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think she'll turn on him.
That's true.
Yeah, I
She
don't
does
think
need
so
the
either.
skills.
Yeah.
But I feel like he may have something in his mind thinking, well, she could turn against me when I'm of no use to her. Because Jack is somebody she loves, right? But now when he's starting to get more involved, it's like she doesn't want to hurt him, but she may have to, type of thing. And he is getting her, but now she may have to do some hurting herself. I think that's what she was leading to and how she was speaking about it. But I feel like Nolan may be a little weary of.
Well, I think from the beginning, Nolan's wanted a friend, and Emily has played that friend role, but not really a friend. And I think by Jack kind of stepping up and saying, "You are truly a friend to me," I think that that
real.
kind of that was very real for him.
Well, I like their
Yeah.
relationship. I even wrote that. I was like, I really like Nolan and Jack's friendship and what it's turning into. But I think Nolan also feels a sense of responsibility,
Yes.
and he always will towards Emily because of her father and what the father did for him. So I don't think he'll ever turn his back on Emily.
No, but I think just having that situation where okay, I really am starting to have this is a friendship here, and
real
I
friendship.
I think that's going to start to become a question down the road.
Yeah,
for
because Emily uses her friendships with whether
Definitely.
it was with with the real Emily or or with Nolan. Her friendships are never really genuine, are they?
And if you think about it, like he kind of went against her plan because it hit that soft spot. Jack hit his soft spot, and he showed him the tape, but he was told not to by Emily. So maybe Jack or somebody else could get away with getting more out of Nolan and having Nolan go against what Emily's wishes are in the future.
Well, he's shown that he can do that. He can. He does.
Yeah.
He does
Well,
rebel against.
And it's not like I don't think
her.
it created a lot of harm. It did what was going to happen anyway.
Well, it sort of caused a firestorm that I don't think they were planning. I don't think Emily was planning on that whole reveal at the end in that way.
No, and I think it probably even led to whoever broke into her house to take her stuff.
Exactly.
Right.
That was
Who we don't know.
So things, So it's kind of it did lead to things spinning out of control. So
Wait, do you think
she
that
was
led to the
right?
house at
Well,
the
she
end?
was right to stop Jack from seeing the tape because it has now initiated things spinning out of control. So she actually was right in her plan.
Okay.
In her plan.
Because she was protecting him from Victoria, correct?
No, because
she didn't want him to know that much.
if Jack knows he's too involved,
dangerous.
and it's going to screw with what she's doing.
Exactly.
Right, but was it that much information? I didn't think
she
it
knew
really
about
revealed.
It was enough.
It's a huge reveal about Victoria's involvement. Yes.
And now,
Yes.
And he doesn't know why Amanda is in town and what her purpose is for being there. That was one of his biggest questions.
Okay.
But now, whoever went into Emily's house and has her stuff is onto her. And so maybe he's onto her. It could have been Jack. Jack may know. Or Amanda could have.
I think it's
I
more
think
towards
Jack.
Amanda, but
Could have been Amanda,
too.
but did Amanda ever show her where that thing was?
no. It could be
And
someone
Jack
totally
knew that house.
new.
Jack knows that house from when she
Yeah,
was
because
younger.
you know what? It's not going to be the obvious. And we're all thinking,
not.
never
But
the
at the
obvious.
same
we're
time,
thinking it's
Here's
Amanda.
The thing for the RSVP though for the party, it said Emily Thorne will attend, so that's why it made me think it was Amanda.
It's a real Emily Thorne.
Right, she's the real Emily Thorne.
I think you're right.
That's what makes me think it's Amanda. It could
Well,
be someone
she's
totally different,
devious. She can find things even if she didn't know where it was.
Wait, what?
No, that's a very good point. Emily
The real
Thorne,
Emily Thorne. She is.
who is the girl that's playing Amanda?
Yeah.
The one with the curly long hair is Emily Thorne.
Is
now.
really Emily Thorne.
Yeah,
She's,
it's really Emily Thorne.
They switched identities.
Right.
So,
Fake Amanda.
So
Fake Amanda. Fake
Oh
Amanda.
no, are we doing this again? That's Emily Thorne.
All you have to know is that the girl with the
Amanda
long hair
Clarke is Emily.
Yes, of course.
I mean,
Yeah, they switched identities.
oh yeah.
Back in the
Yes.
detention school or whatever it was. What was it? A prison? I don't know. Was it a prison or a
it was
detention?
juvenile.
Juvie? Was it Juvie?
Yeah, it's Juvie.
Emily Thorne.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she RCP'd.
It said Emily Thorne
is
will
Amanda.
attend.
It is fake Amanda.
Yeah.
Yes, fake Amanda. Yay!
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, but whoever does. The only thing is, I could see Jack doing that, and maybe Amanda blew her cover because she was so fed up. That's the next
I think
topic
that's
I
why
wanted
she
to
did
bring
it.
up.
I just want to say that real quick. I don't think it's Jack only
At
because
all.
Jack's so confrontational in the way he confronted Victoria. I couldn't see him breaking into somebody's house and taking.
No,
Well,
he's
maybe
not like,
he's
they
not
were
like that.
together.
But he doesn't know enough, and there's been nothing
not like
that
that. I don't
shows
think he would do
knows
that.
anything of that.
No.
But also tonight, we're going like towards Jack and towards all of this. My heart broke for him tonight because when he watched that videotape, did you just see he understood everything, and then he went to her, and
It all made sense.
I got a little verklempt.
Yeah, because you know what? He always knew that family was a good family, and he didn't. I don't think he ever believed that that was true about David Clarke. And then when he saw that, it's like, oh my God, this little girl's life was ruined and taken from her at the expense of these people.
And no wonder she's doing what she's doing.
No, he doesn't know she's doing what she's doing.
No, he knows that she burnt.
What fake Amanda's doing.
Yeah, what fake Amanda's doing.
What do you think? What his perception of what Amanda?
The perception.
There you go. Comes all the way.
Yes,
around.
I love how we're identifying perception in each scenario. It's amazing. But yeah, so but my next topic is the Amanda Emily Jack situation. I think that Amanda's gotten so fed up with everything and the lies, and she loves Jack. She loves Jack.
Yeah.
She is gonna blow the cover. I know it. Sometime soon, if it's not already done, Jack's gonna know the deal, or at least know more of the deal of what's going on.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's why I think
That's
she took that
definitely going to be more
information.
revealed.
That's leverage for her.
Yeah.
Because Emily's kind of not necessarily blackmailing, but kind of holding over
Right.
Amanda's head to do what she wants. I think by getting this information, she's going to have the upper hand now. If it's her who took it.
And by at the same time, she was running after Jack. Remember, she was on the phone with Emily, and she was like, I can't do this anymore, whatever she said, and she was freaking out, and she ran out of the hotel to chase after Jack's car. Yeah, remember that? So I think she was ready to be like, Jack, this is it. You know what I mean? Or I'm sorry, or whatever she was going to say, but I feel like she was at her breaking point at that moment.
Yeah, because she doesn't
I do
want to
too.
see him get hurt.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, because she really
And
cares
she's
so much about
hurting.
him. Oh yeah, because she can't be with a guy that she really cares about. Because in other episodes, she said, "No one has treated me like this."
Yeah.
You know, everything and the way he just really took care of her.
Right.
And you know, I don't even think it's just that. I don't even think it's just the Jack thing. I think it's how she grew up in a horrible lifestyle. She always wanted to make a change for herself. Living in the Hamptons was that change. And so now it's like we're going back. We're backtracking because she's now like in this mess and she's unhappy. So I feel like because she's unhappy and she has all this stress from everything that's going on with Emily, it's like, okay, what's next? I don't want to live like this, you know?
And it's not worth the money she's getting.
No,
No, none of this is worth the money.
she doesn't care about money. I think she cares about her relationships with people.
Yeah.
That's what she cares about. Because I think she would have done anything for free for Emily and clearly Jack.
Oh yeah, because she
They're
really
like sisters.
Thinks, yeah,
Well, I
'cause
think
she
it's
really-
coming to an end of what she'll do for Emily. Now.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
But I'm saying at one point, like, it was never about money with her.
Yeah.
It was about her relationships with people.
Yeah, because she thought she had a real friend in
Right.
Emily, as in the real Amanda. So I think
Right.
once she finds out that's not true, which is she's fast realizing, I think she's not going to play along with the game.
Right. And so now Emily, flashing back, we saw sometimes where she had first met
Those
Daniel.
flashbacks tripped me out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I remember I was saying to you guys when we were watching it, I was like, how does Daniel not remember this face? But then you guys were like, oh,
He's
she
drunk.
was, yeah, he
That
was
was
drunk.
when he was drinking.
This is when he was drinking and a drunk. But at the same time, her voice.
So where was that meant to
like-
be? I couldn't figure it out. Did Emily, as in Amanda, come to the Hamptons like that?
Or was that during- while they were at
Daniel?
school? I
Were they at
couldn't
school?
figure
No,
that
it was
out.
during
See, I thought they were in the bar. I thought they were
I
at
think
Jack's
it was like
bar.
a
It
college
could be at the
bar
bar,
or
yeah.
something. I think it was like a
It
college
might have been
bar.
by college.
A college
yeah,
bar, but
where he
was she there to check on Daniel?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
her
was.
She was
plan.
writing
Intel.
notes.
That was
She
all
was staring at
intel.
him.
Her plan started
Yeah.
a long
Because-
time
yeah.
ago.
If you think about the symbolism of it, and when they were doing the photo shoot for the engagement pictures,
Wow,
they were saying,
man.
"Oh, think about the time where
You
you
first
first saw
met.
each other."
Yeah.
And she thought about the first time she decided that she was going to target him, and she even said it. Well, I was thinking about the first time I knew you were the one.
Right.
Hello,
Yeah.
that was what it was.
True.
Yeah, I knew you were the one to seek revenge on. That's
Well,
what
to
she
be
meant.
integral
Or
part of her
be-
plot.
Yeah,
Yes.
a part of the plan.
Yeah.
Now, has anyone else noticed this? And we have not talked about like her tattoo. She
Yeah,
has,
infinity
the
symbol.
infinity symbol. I noticed that tonight. I've never really noticed that, and I was like,
Oh.
oh. And then we have that. It's okay.
Yeah, and yep,
She has it on.
on
She
the
has it on-
box
yeah.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
And something
That's
I
what keeps her
actually-
going. That's what keeps her going.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think Daniel and Emily have something in common. I was going to wait to bring it up, but he had mentioned in the flashback. Oh, I was going to wait till this moment, actually. But he had waited until the flashback to say, they brought it up in the flashback, that he said something about wanting infinite freedom, and he doesn't want to be associated with the Graysons. But the infinite freedom made me think, okay, that is symbolism for maybe his death. Infinite freedom. He will be let
Oh, he won't
let
get it until
go.
he's dead?
Well, yeah, he's not going to ever get that infinite freedom until he's dead. You know, where he can just let go of his ties with his family and everybody. Because there's that one person in his life right now, besides
That's
like
pretty deep,
Charlotte, that's
Gabby.
like innocent. You know what I
didn't go
mean?
there.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Ooh,
What do you
deep
think,
thoughts.
Steve?
Or I was gonna say, or maybe whenever his parents are dead, but
That's
true.
But no, you'd have to kill every Grayson for this.
Well, and then
And
Emily
Emily.
made a comment after. Does anyone remember what her comment was? About something about his name. The only way he's going to get there is I remember thinking I wanted to remember that, but it was like
something about. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking. I don't remember the exact quote, but basically,
and
like
then she left it with that. She made that comment to him and then left.
I think it was basically like you need to do it yourself, like
something about your name.
Yeah. About disassociating with his parents, like he doesn't need to identify with them; he can find his own way, pretty much.
I know. I remember that too, and I don't remember exactly what it says. But I also thought it was relation to, even though she didn't say her name, that she's had to live with her family name and how that's affected her as well.
Yeah.
I felt like there was kind of a connection to that.
Yes.
But I don't remember exactly what.
That's a very good point, actually. A very good point. But yeah, that was interesting. So we're going to go into a commercial, and then right after that, we have a special segment in news and gossip for all you AfterBuzzers, and it's really juicy stuff, so stay tuned.
AfterBuzz TV. Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And, like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV. AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
Bar.
Did you hear about that,
AfterBuzz?
AfterBuzzers?
The what?
Yes.
The what?
Victoria going to the bar.
What? Sorry.
Oh, Victoria.
That was funny.
We can bring that up later.
She's so precious.
You guys, let's go into our news and gossip.
Okay.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Kimlai, that's you. Did you forget? Oh my God, I love it. For the week of February 6th.
Yeah. Oh, it's a big week today. Okay, so one, I found out, which apparently you guys already knew, that Joshua Bowman and Emily Van Camp are actually together off the show.
It's a rumor, apparently, but hey, let's believe
segment,
it.
right?
Let's believe it.
Because they were
You know he's a gorgeous Englishman. I love his accent.
He is very attractive, and they were like getting frisky and flirty in a nightclub on New Year's Eve. That wasn't too long ago. And Gabrielle Mann is single, and he's not gay. I didn't know. I thought it's not that because you play one on TV, but I just thought his character is so. I didn't know. And so I was reading it today. Oh my God!
Just because that's your character.
No. I didn't mean it like that. Okay, Nick in Nashville is gonna kill me. He hates our. He's like, why are you guys talking about the hate? Okay. So, anyways, back to Gabrielle.
I'm Gabrielle.
Gabrielle Mann. So yeah, I did.
Is a man.
I didn't know. I was reading it today, and I was just like, oh, but I thought he was gay. But I forget that's just his character. Yes. Who knew? They also did whatever.
He's a great actor. He's a great actor.
Are you retweeting us right now? No, I'm kidding.
You better be.
And then they did a poll. They did an online poll for the viewers. Do they want to see, because obviously we all have a feeling that they are moving from the Hamptons to New York, and the majority of the poll said to keep them in the Hamptons. I think it would be odd to have them in New York. It's just such a.
Apparently,
don't people hang out in the Hamptons in the cold weather?
Well, I think they've decided.
Warm weather?
Yeah, I think they've decided
What's the Hampton season?
Because they've been shooting apparently winter scenes at the Hamptons. So
yes.
So I think they are definitely staying in the Hamptons.
Oh,
so don't have to worry about that.
Who likes the winter in the Hamptons?
And there's this kind of, but it's kind of it's going to be interesting because those resort towns off season are kind of more spooky and more, there's kind of atmospheric, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but these people all have money and stuff, so they normally this would only be.
But
like
they probably, that's what I mean.
You can't relocate them.
I know,
but
it's
it's
probably
in the Hamptons.
They're going to have to give them a really good reason for staying because you wouldn't really stay, would you?
No, I feel like they're running out of people to pick off.
I think they should stay. It'll warm up this winter.
They can always come back in the summer. Season 2, they'll come back.
Season 2 will be the summer. It is actually, they've already announced, well, they've already said that season 2 will be
fast winter.
But in TV land, can't it be right? Wait, it is summer. It will be actually summer?
But it's like, I don't know, I guess it's getting colder. They haven't been swimming lately, so.
Yeah,
oh my
there's
goodness.
been lots of rain and lots of bad weather, right?
And there was also, I read something else, you guys, about the reason Emily had the engagement party. There's like, obviously, she's meticulous, meticulous. There's planning behind this whole engagement party because she's protecting somebody. I'll tell you who that is next week.
Really? Why?
What, after the episode?
Why next week?
I think because that's when the episode is, y'all.
I think that might link into one of the things they say in this Entertainment Weekly article that
Thanks for calling me out there,
someone
Steve.
is kidnapped before the engagement.
Yes.
And so Emily is protecting someone.
Some of the surprises are going to come out in upcoming episodes.
What are they?
Tell us. There will be people and things that we did not see coming.
No way.
Yes.
Isn't that every week?
And that's from EW.com.
Thanks, EW.
I have just given away my resource.
Anything else? Or is that it?
No, that's it.
That's it? Okay. So now let's go into our special segment with Katherine Tulich.
Oh, really? I get a whole
Yes.
special
Yes.
segment?
You get a whole special segment. Go, Cat. Go, Cat. Go, Cat. Go, Cat.
Hey.
Oh, I'm so nervous now. Well, I mean, I'm just kind of like talking about stuff that's coming up. So there's like, you know, which is
Because you're
now,
special.
which EW I have to give credit for did this amazing article.
We have the same source.
Well, I've got the magazine though.
Yeah,
so that's
she's magazine, you're online.
I'm
girl.
online. Look at that cover.
You're
That
media.
cover is awesome.
Print is
They
not.
still put out
print is not dead.
magazines?
I love
I know.
prints. Are you
I
kidding?
always buy one of those magazines.
Yeah.
Always.
But they're talking. I think it's interesting. They're talking about obviously next week is the big cliffhanger about who got shot, who was the murderer. But they're saying it's not necessary that the cast actually had no idea right up to they've been deciding. It's not set who it's going to be, and they had to try and keep it really quiet so it didn't leak out. I know we're all assuming it's Daniel, but I'm not sure. It might
But
be
didn't you see the teaser for the next
the
episode?
teaser.
It's him.
Yeah, they could be misleading.
They showed his face falling.
But he was like this.
But who knows?
But he still could live.
And apparently there will be a court case ensuing from this. So that might be the reason they have to stay in the Hamptons, because there is
Good
going to be a
call.
court case. Yeah. So maybe
No, you don't need to stay in the Hamptons for a court case. You can come back.
Have you
and
never been to
drive.
court, girl?
No. If you live in the same state, it's not a big deal. It's not like it's a foreign country, Long Island,
Wait,
and New
is
York
the Hamptons
City.
in New York?
What? Wait, are you?
The
Wait,
Hamptons are
I'm sorry, Kimlai. I'm from Long Island. The Hamptons is in Long Island. That's in New York State.
I thought that was an island.
Yeah, but it's in
Just
New
kidding.
York.
Just kidding. Okay, please go on with your special report.
Okay, anyway.
Don't pull out the map. Go on with your special report. I'll learn about New York next
Well,
week.
I love this that there's this whole fan. I don't know if you've heard, but there's apparently a fan phenomenon now called Jacklash, which I think is just
What? We need to get on
called-
that.
Do they tweet
Maybe
them?
he'll retweet us too.
The writers have dubbed this Jacklash, and it's,
Okay.
people don't like that Jack's been duped by Amanda for this long, so he's going to be placed a lot closer to Emily.
Ooh,
Real
I
or
hear
fake?
they really listen to the viewers.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm pointing. There was another thing the writer had changed something completely because the viewers were like, no. So that's amazing.
There you go. And a couple of things, which we've already obviously predicted that Tyler will be back, but we all knew that.
We know. Yep.
Yeah. So and also that basically there's apparently Victoria hires a new henchman who is very bad, does some really bad things, and also
Maybe
a
he
dark
took
and
her.
mysterious lover apparently comes back for her as well. So there's like more, and there's going to be more backstory.
Wait, who comes back for who?
Well,
what?
they just said a dark and mysterious kind of former lover comes back into Victoria's life. So we don't know who that is. Probably someone maybe before her marriage. Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
And here's something else.
Yeah.
Do you guys know, like, the way they shoot these episodes? They're not all shot like. They're like 3 episodes ahead of us. They're not like so far ahead of us, like in a lot of TV series.
Yeah.
Like I was watching an interview with Gabrielle Mann and Ashley, and I can't say her last name. I'm so sorry. And but they were talking about that. Yes, the opportunist.
He's the Ashley character.
Yeah, the Ashley. But in real life, her name's Ashley too.
Oh, okay.
And so she was saying that it's just 3 episodes. They're only 3 episodes ahead of us.
Yeah, but that's what they were saying though. They were keeping the actual shooting on the beach quiet because the cast didn't know. Yeah.
Imagine being an actor and having to, you don't really even know where your show's going. That must be like the craziest experience ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Must keep the energy alive though. And because how much fun would it be if you knew like all the way up until the 3rd season and you were on the 1st season? You know what I mean? It's more fun, I think, when they find out like right before. Oh, but this is going to happen. They're
I'm just going to interject. If you're an actor and you know you have 3 seasons, you're so happy.
Yes, that is very true.
Yeah, well, listen, this show is... I will put any money on it right now that this show is getting 3 seasons. It is so popular.
It'll be more if they can keep the momentum going.
At least 3 seasons.
No, I mean, like, this show is amazing. Yeah. I mean, come on, all 4 of us, 5 of us.
Thank you.
5 of us. I'm so sorry.
6 of us.
Again, you left out Phil.
Sorry, keep leaving Phil out. How does that happen?
But we look forward to watching it.
Oh, I know.
We do.
Yeah, we do. And we actually look forward to watching it with all of us.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem right when I watch it without you guys.
I know.
It doesn't.
We both did.
And it doesn't feel right when we go 2 weeks without it.
No. That was too long. I was really missing it.
I'm hoping that after next week's episode, the big episode, that we won't have to wait too much longer.
Yeah.
You know?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Sounded like you were doing a prediction.
Oh, I think we were just doing a lot of predictions, right?
Yeah. We just... Can you just replay what we just said?
Well, just a couple of more predictions.
Yes.
There's going to be more revealed on Mason Treadwell's tapes, so that's going to be a lot more bombshells coming from the tapes because apparently Victoria, no more tapes. Victoria's got the tapes. Yeah,
that's right.
So there'll be more
what happened
stuff.
to him? Where is he now?
Okay, well, his house burnt down.
He's in a corner somewhere crying. Why?
His manuscript was burnt. Yeah, he's probably sulking somewhere. Life is over.
For Leo
as he knows it. Okay.
Yeah.
For Leo.
And
Who
also,
else?
another thing we predicted too, Lydia will be back, Amber Valletta.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because
But
that was an odd one, though.
Not necessarily really soon, but sometime she will be back. It's not like in the next couple of weeks, apparently.
Oh,
but
and it's
she
her
will be
birthday,
back.
by the way.
That was an odd
Is it?
exit.
Yeah.
In real life?
Happy birthday!
In real life?
Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
I'm confused when we're talking about characters in real life. Happy birthday. So her name's not even Lydia.
Amber Valletta.
Amber
Happy
Valletta.
birthday, Amber Valletta.
One of us
Follow us.
made a gross error.
Happy birthday. Amazing.
We just gave you a shout out.
So do we have any other predictions, personal predictions, besides what we've read spoilers about?
Well,
We're back to personal. Oh, I thought you meant
No.
us personally.
Oh, wait. What do you mean? Wait, I'm sorry. How can it be personal, a prediction?
We're back to
For
the therapy.
I mean personal about like what your opinion is, not about what the magazine says.
Well, I'm thinking about if that's what's happening and somebody is either kidnapped or something. I'm interested to. Well, I was looking around to see who was at that party. I keep going back to that scene, and I'm just like, who
like
is
try and
it?
figure it out.
Maybe it's Amanda.
Okay.
Well,
I can't believe you just said that
we
because
saw
you
the
know
gun
what? It even says here,
in
Jack,
her dress.
Charlotte, Declan, Ashley, Nolan, they're all at the party. So who can we rule out?
Tyler could be coming back already.
Yeah.
Amanda wasn't.
But at the same time, Amanda put, or not Amanda, Emily put the gun in her dress. You saw that in the teaser episode for next week. She put the gun in her dress. In that red dress, you guys didn't see that?
Yeah.
That's
She
right.
put a gun under her dress.
There were a lot of red dresses. Was it really her? There was a lot of fashion.
Yeah, they
her.
showed
Yeah,
it.
they
But
showed
you
it.
guys,
Okay.
that
She
would
was in
make
like
sense.
a room. It wasn't even at the party. Like
What-
she was getting ready and she put a gun under her dress.
What if it's for Amanda? Like, 'cause she
could be.
knows Amanda took the box.
Oh, and that she's
And
planning
then
to show up.
Amanda, because Amanda's pretty revengeful and not as deep rooted as Emily, the fake one. Dang it. It's not as deep rooted, but she's a little nasty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She can get ghetto.
Well,
You know?
yeah, she was in juvie for how long?
And-
Yeah, exactly.
You got to learn how to survive.
You do.
That's right.
You know, so the gun, yeah.
I guess we will just have to wait until next week.
Man.
Sorry. But check us out at www.afterbuzztv.com. You can watch this episode as many times as you want and all the previous ones.
Yes.
And please do follow us on Twitter and our personal Twitter pages and Facebook pages. So I'm going to let everyone give a shout out to theirs. Mine is Gabrielle_Loren on Twitter, and my Facebook is Gabrielle Loren with the number 1. Take it away.
I pass. I pass.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting.
That's right. There's no Facebook, no
Katherine
Twitter.
is not on social media. All right, Kimlai, your turn.
Okay, follow me on Twitter. It's at Kimlai Yingling. And Facebook is also Kimlai Yingling.
You can follow me at Facebook, Dorinda Barker, and on Twitter, Lula Cherry Films.
Both my Facebook, Twitter handles are Stevie GWSTEVIE.
Are you coming back?
Oh, I should have said it like that.
If I'm invited back,
You're
yeah.
invited to every episode.
Please do.
It was fun. Thanks
Yes.
for having me.
Oh,
No
yeah,
problem. Thank you
anytime.
for coming. We always love new people.
Mm-hmm.
In
You fit right in,
AfterBuzz.
too.
Yeah.
You just fit right in.
I
Definitely.
need a male perspective.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. Well, until next time, guys. Love you. Adios.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.